Welcome to the whole body vibration machine made by T-Zone. The reason why we like to use this device here and have you use it is, again, it's another way to get toxicity out of the body. Primarily, we have this machine to help move your lymph fluid. You have 45 pints of lymph fluid in your body. Now, to put that into relationship to your blood has 10 pints. But the blood's got a great pump, the heart. You don't have a pump for the lymph. Your pump is moving up and down, which we don't do enough of. So this whole body vibration machine is very good at gently shaking your body so that your body's moving, so we move that lymphatic fluid. The importance of that is, you may have heard of someone who's had, for example, lymphoma cancer, or maybe they had a nodule in their breast or their somewhere in their body, and they said, well, gee, yeah, it's cancerous. Well, the reason why it became cancerous is the lymph system did its job pulling all the toxicity from the recesses of the tissues of your body, and it finally got up to here, and then it didn't have no place to dump because you had a toxic colon. So we want to shake this lymph fluid out. That's what dry brushing is good for. This is for moving lymphatic fluid. We love this machine. So some things you want to know while you're on this machine. I'm going to turn it on right now. Very easy to run. It has speeds from 0 to 70, and primarily while you're here using it for lymphatic detoxification, we want you to be on a speed between 15 and 25. If you go over 30, that's going to be more of a massage speed. And that's great for some other things we'll talk about in a moment. Below 15 is actually more of a workout speed. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but if you look at the shaking and the vibration on my feet, you'll see that my feet are mimicking walking. So the cool thing about this is that in just 10 minutes, you do the equivalent of a 1-hour workout because you're doing 30 contractions a second. Another side benefit of this is it actually makes you smarter. Yes, there's actually studies behind this that shows that it improves your brain power, which is very, very important. There's actually a doctor here in the area that uses this as part of his cognitive teaching for young kids and young adults. So it's awesome for any age, of course, but that's primarily his practice is young adults and children. So he has kids get on this to improve their memory. Pretty neat story. So we're on the machine. Basically, you stand here and the vibration is going to go up to the body. If you squeeze your buttocks very tightly, like you're holding a $100 bill between them, which I know most of you practice doing, the vibration is going to go up the body, all right? And you'll notice that. Now, if you want less vibration, you'll put your feet closer together. If you want more vibration, put your feet farther apart. If you want to work on just some flexibility things while you're on this machine, put your feet as far apart as you can, put your arms out. And a great way to see how amazing this machine will improve your flexibility is just turn and hold your body for 20 seconds. And while you're doing that, just note where your finger is pointing against the wall, all right? We're going to hold it for 20 seconds. And right now, my finger's pointing back to the far yellow poster. And I go back this way, and I'm going to hold it for 20 seconds. By the way, if you're a golfer, great for golfers. Golfers love this. All right, now go back again. And I can move my arm probably a whole nother 1.5 feet off the wall, at least. So it really improves the flexibility just by being on this machine. Now, other things you can do while you're on the machine, while this is vibrating, if you want to turn around like this, I'm going to stretch out my legs, and I'll just bend over, make sure you grab this, and just bend over like so. And you can feel that nice pull in the back. One of the neat things about this device, when I first got it, is we were at Willamette University where my daughter was attending, and there was a study done by a professor there, and he did 2 types of studies. He did one on athletes, and he did one on people with diabetic neuropathy. First of all, the athletes, he measured them, then he tested their throwing ability, their throwing speed, and he tested their jumping ability. I can't remember the percentages right now, but it was significant improvement on jumping after being on this machine for 10 minutes and throwing speed. It was amazing. And the neat thing about the diabetic neuropathy study was that they measured the people prior to using the whole body vibration, and they measured on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst in pain, they were at a 10. After just sitting in the chair and putting their feet on the machine only for 2 weeks, their pain went to a 2. So neuropathy, why would that help neuropathy? You know, that's typically a nerve issue, right? Well, the problem with the nerves is because you've got inflammation caused by toxicity. So this machine shaking and vibrating is going to move that toxicity up out of the feet, so you notice an improvement. Both those people after the study bought the machine. So I've had people here do the same thing. Get on this with neuropathy, and they've noticed an improvement immediately. So it's great for getting that inflammation out of your body, moving that lymphatic fluid up through the body so we can dump it. And the reason why we marry this with the colonics is it's a perfect way to treat the whole body. If you've got varicose veins, like my dad doesn't even get on his machine. He'll actually take the machine and he's going to just put his feet on this and he's going to turn it up to a speed of 40. And you're going to notice, if you look at my feet, that now the machine is really moving fast, right? Now, more is not better. If you've got varicose veins, 1 minute is probably all you're going to need. Now you can of course test it out. That's all my dad does. And then you're just going to switch speed and do the other side as well. And it has improved his varicose vein greatly. So primarily why this machine, you can just stand here, let it shake as you're watching some of the other videos, educational videos that we'll give you while you're on the 10-day deep tissue cleanse. Or you can stand here and improve your flexibility and build muscle. A couple of things I want to show you how you can use this machine. All right, we had a lady come in one time and she had an issue with her wrist. She had broken it and she actually was still wearing a protective guard several months later and it hurt to touch anything. And I asked her, well, just take your guard off. She said, oh, no, I can't do that because this hurts. So I said, okay. So I showed her how to do an exercise here for the shoulders. So if you put the machine on, and I usually get a speed of about 15 to 25 is good. And you just put your forearms across the machine like this. Now you're going to feel this shake your body all the way through your core, up through your shoulders, and it really is great. If you've got tight shoulders, you're going to love this part of it. Now the unintended consequence of her doing this, after just 4 days, was that she was able to get rid of her guard and she could move her wrist however she wanted to, no pain. No pain. It was absolutely amazing. So another unintended benefit, again, why would that happen? Because we're moving inflammation through the lymphatic system, and that's why she had no more pain. If you want to do push-ups but hate doing push-ups, maybe you can't do a push-up, maybe you're too weak. Just put your arms down like this, and this is doing a push-up. Again, you're doing 30 contractions per second. If you want to get more industrious and do this, it's not going to really change things. It's doing the same work whether you do a plank or not, so you don't have to do that. You don't have to do this, all right? That's not going to help you anymore because you get the contractions. Okay, next thing you can do while you're on the machine is work on your core. So again, just oscillating back and forth, same speeds. Just raise your legs and then just tilt one side. And it doesn't take very long. It doesn't take as long as it would if you're doing sit-ups. And especially on this side, you really feel it starting to burn right through here and through here. This is amazing. All right, stretching out the body. So I referee a lot, so I like to use this machine to warm up my muscles before I go work out. So all I'm going to do is put leg here, put the other one back like this. And I'm just going to stretch into it. And I'll hold this for probably 15 to 20 seconds. I've only showed you a few of the many positions that you can use this machine for. We got a whole chart here of other ways to use it, but primarily the benefit for those of you who are doing your primary reason for being here is detoxification, is it's moving the lymphatic fluid. And that's what you want to move as part of your detoxification process. But if you're interested in using this, if you're a busy mom, if you're a busy dad, you want to have this at home or at your office and get on this machine to increase your strength as well, contact us Living Waters to learn more about the whole body vibration machine by calling 208-378-9911 or by visiting our website at livingwaterscleanse.com. I'm David DeHaas from Living Waters. If you have interest in knowing more about how you can have these machines in your home, give us a call at Living Waters at 208-378-9911 or check out the website at livingwaterscleanse.com.